Hey guys, what's up? Asian One Skill here. I'm back with another video for you guys. As you've seen from the title, it will be the infamous review, the infamous Second Son. I'll be showing some gameplay, a brief overview, and there will be spoilers. So if you haven't got this game or you don't want to spoil the game for yourself, do not watch this video. Okay? So like I said, spoilers. Okay? Anyways, enjoy the video and leave me a comment below, and I'll see you guys on the next episode, which will be the Game News episode 26, which I will also be doing something different. And yeah, so once again, enjoy the video if you already played this game or you are getting into it. And yeah, so yeah.
Tuesday. Hey guys, Asian One Skill here. I'm back with another video for you guys. Like I said, this is the infamous Second Son review. So here we are. This does contain spoilers, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So first up, we have is the smoke power, which you got a power shot, which I'm just showing you right now, and you can fly around, levitate in the air, and aim, and then that's a smoke bomb right there, which you can actually stun enemies, or you can take them down while they're like that. And yeah, and his special ability is the Cinder Missile, which you saw earlier. It's very destructive, and yeah, so you only got 5 charges for that. So as a smoke person, you can go through vents and travel through them without climbing through buildings, which makes it really easy. Because as compared to Infamous 1 and 2, you had the electric ability, but you couldn't really get on top of buildings as fast as you could. So this game makes it much more easier to get onto buildings and travel through buildings and whatnot. So there's a smoke ability, which you can get the smoke from chimneys, destroyed cars, as long as there's smoke, of course, and even ammo crates and stuff, which you blow up. So that's the Cinder Missile right there. It's really powerful, especially when clumps of enemies are nearby, vehicles or explosives, whatnot. So yeah. So here's just a brief overview of the abilities that you actually can upgrade through, and you actually get something called blast shards, which are scattered throughout the city, from high and low and in between buildings and whatnot. So yeah. In fact, actually, this game is actually much easier in getting those blast shards for upgrades to your abilities. In Infamous 1 and 2, you had to find, even if you find it, you had to figure out a way to get up there, and it takes skill to do it, if you know what I mean. Like, oh, you have to get the timing right to get this, and you have to go through here, there to get it. In this one, you see it on the map, you just have to look for it, and you're done. So here now, next we have is a second ability, which is my by far most favorite ability, the Neon ability. So this allows you to run at amazing speeds and dodging enemies, whatnot. And you can actually run up walls, over walls and stuff, instead of just climbing them, which is really easy. Its a special ability is a focused charge. It doesn't look powerful, but it can actually take out a armored vehicle within 2 hits, I believe. And it's super precision. And yeah, so I'll just show you guys some of the fighting that you can do against the DUP in this game. So as soon as you clear some of the districts in the city, you can actually fast travel through it, so you don't have to just go there and whatnot. So that you just go to a billboard that you've conquered in that part of the city, and you can travel to the ones that you've defeated and conquered, etc. So here I'm just gonna do a DUP raid. This is near end game, of course, sadly. So yeah. By the way, the costume I'm wearing right now is actually the White Rabbit, or Paper Rabbit, whatever we was called, which is from the exclusive after you've completed the paper trail. It was neat of them to do so, because you had to use your computer or tablet and then go back to PS4 to finish your quest to finding out who this paper user is and what is her goal. And of course, after you figured it out, one would assume you would get her paper powers, but sadly that's not the case. The only thing you get from it is it's not even part of the trophies at all either, so you don't even have to do it unless, of course, you want to get the costume that you have here, which is a mask and then a plain jean vest, whatnot. So yeah. So right now I'm just trying to get my karma up. As you can see in the left corner, as long as I do something, if you want to use your special ability for that power, you have to do whatever your karma is. So if you're a good guy, you're going as a hero, you have to save people, or you have to not kill people, like even enemies, you have to subdue them instead of killing them. So for this power, you aim down, and it's actually precision, it does a slow-mo, and you actually get to hit them in the legs, which you subdue them, or in the head, which is glowed in red, as a kill. And this is the special ability which brings all the enemies up in the area, and you shoot all of them, and it just depending on, of course, which karma you have, it either kills all of them or it subdues all of them. So now I am actually I just absorbed the most destructive power, is the concrete power that you get, which is the final power you get, of course, because of Augustine being a son of a bitch that tried to kill your tribe slash friends, the Akomish. So it's got I guess the strongest defense in my opinion, and you actually get to run around like a what was that guy? I forgot what that guy called from Fantastic Four, that stone guy. It's like it's almost the exact same thing. His special ability is the you get to throw rock shurikens in a wide area in front of you, and it just blows everything up. Sadly though, when you're running around with O, as soon as you hit something, you just stop. You don't just keep going like the Hulk. You just smash everything, and then it just blows everything the hell out of the way. So yeah. And I mean, this is and you don't actually get a karma ability for this one, sadly. I don't know why they didn't include it, but if they did, that would have been pretty cool. Cause as you saw the neon power just now earlier, you could actually use it and you know, clear all of the enemies in the area. So right now I'm just trying to get another karma streak right here to show you guys the next one. So there are other side quests around the area that you can do, and I forgot to tell you, the bomb for this guy is, for the neon, is a stasis bubble that it stuns them and you shoot them, and so you can easily subdue them or kill them much more easier. Next we have is the video power, which at first I had no clue what the fuck you could do with it, but when I finally got it and played with it, it was fucking amazing. So the ability that you got it from was a gamer that shut in, and he was a gamer, of course. So you play, and the ability that you get is you get to fly around with an angel wings. As long as you're off the as long as you're on the near the ground or near a building, you can keep scaling them and flying over them. But once you get into the air, complete air, you can only do it twice. But as soon as you hit near the ground or you're near the building, you can keep pressing O and keep flying. For this one, you actually get the abilities through the satellites, which is almost on every top of almost every building, and you can actually go through them like I just showed you earlier, and you can actually go through that satellite, and then it launches you up straight into the air, and you can keep going. An extra boost, basically. And then it has a lock-on ability that it targets. That you put a targeting system on someone, and the swords will go flying towards that enemy where you pinpointed, or area that you pinpointed. Its defensive ability would be you get to go invisible in an area where if you saw the circle, but as soon as that circle hits somebody near that area, your visibility gets canceled out, and when you go invisible, you actually have a decoy. And depending on which karma you're going, you can have more. And instead of a decoy for infamous, if you go in infamous karma, it would have attacked the enemies instead. And its ability that I just showed you was it hits everything in an area. Depending, of course, on the karma, it will either stun all of them or it will kill all of them. By far, this was one of the more interesting powers that I've seen. Which was kind of neat, but to me it was kind of missing something. But so like you saw, I did a melee, or melee attack. If you went the good karma, the hero, you would have gotten a power sword or whatever, like a sword of justice to slash your enemies apart. But if you went evil karma, infamous, you've just been a murderous killer, and you have like these red blood claws that you kill everyone. Like I said, you can absorb the energy for video through TVs and satellites on top of the buildings, whatnot. And some of them are actually on the ground too. And when you subdue enemies, it just puts swords through the near the joints and ties them to the ground. Next up is I'm gonna show you guys it's just something I forgot to show you for the cinder or smoke energy. So like I said, you can get it through ammo crates, busted cars, whatnot. And here's one of the special abilities that you can do. You can go on the top of a car and press X, and it'll count as a launch pad. So you can get up higher places, or like a dodge if you want for whatnot. And yeah, kind of messed up there, but yeah. This game does actually need you to interact with a touchpad, which is really, really cool, especially when you're absorbing energy and whatnot. And so yeah. So here then is I'm gonna show you guys that you can actually change your costumes or vest for that matter. So I'll just show you some of the basic ones, but the one the original game one, Delson's vest, as you can see in the game, it had 2 birds, but depending on which karma you went, the other one would have overpowered the other one through each of the stages. And of course, eventually when you reach the final stage, it will either be the hero, which is the one that you see here, or if you went the infamous, it would have been the red bird instead, and it would show the skulls instead, which I found really, really cool. And instead of the white jacket, you would have been wearing the red jacket instead, or black jacket, I can't remember, depending on that karma that you've went through. So I'm just going to show you guys just the final ability for this one was, so here is this example, the smoke bomb. So you just throw it, you chuck it, and you just go through all the enemies, and you just drop them, you can subdue them and whatnot. And of course, depending on which one you went, you could have either killed them. So now I've got my energy all replenished and whatnot. So let's go find this a DUP raid that we can do, and I'll show you guys that final ability. The game in general is a very short game. It's about, I did about maybe at most 8 hours, because I was doing everything, because I finished all the side quests for it, and I collected all the shards actually just even before the final battle with Augustine. And then I went with expert mode, or the harder difficulty, when I went on with the evil side, because playing as the good guy seems good, but then it's much harder. So I just thought, oh, I want to kill everything, so like make it easier for myself and on the karma and whatnot. So yeah. So here I'm just at another DUP raid. I'll show you guys. This is the orbital drop. You go up into the air, spread out as 3 smokes, and then you jump up, and then it just shows this really nice cinematic, and then now you get to control where you want to land. And of course, like I said, depending on the karma, it will either kill everyone in the area, or it will actually subdue everyone in the area. So now you can do this as long as it's not a boss, the smoke bombs and whatnot. So you just keep throwing them, and then you just go up near them, press triangle, and you'll just stun them. To be honest, I don't know how you can tie people down with smoke, but okay, whatever. So you just keep going. Like I said, I mean, this game is really fun, but there are some mehs, if I may say. One thing that kind of was really hard for me to play was you don't have a shield in this game. In Infamous 1 and 2, well, we'll go with Infamous 1 first. You could actually get a shield at the beginning because your ability was electric or whatever. And then in the second one, you would only got the shield if you went with the good karma and fused with the ice girl. Forgot what was her name. and you get an ice frost shield or whatever. But this one you don't. You just have to keep running and dodging and whatnot to get past all the enemies and force your way through, instead of using a shield and whatnot. So next, actually, that's about it for the review. Some other things that you could do is actually, you can actually change the time of the day after you finish the game. Because some places, some parts of the missions, you have to wait. You have to change it, wait till a certain time before you can actually do the missions. But usually it'll do it automatically itself. Story-wise, the game, story-wise, was pretty good. It is set 7 years after Cole McGarth's sacrifice. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys like me doing these kind of videos, that'd be great. Just leave me a comment below, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.